Hey guys, Legoinator here and welcome to the Super Gurus podcast, your one-stop podcast for that comic book addiction. With me, as always, is my co-host Finn.
Hey.
This week on the Super Gurus podcast, we're going to be chatting some comic book news. So we are going to be doing all the news that has happened over the last 3 or 4 weeks, as we haven't had any episodes, and there won't be any main content because we've just got so much news. And then at the end, we'll do our famous segment, This Week in Comics. Okay then guys, without further ado, let's jump straight into this episode of the Super Gurus.
Okay, you probably got more news than me, so you kick us off.
Oh yeah, I've got heaps of news. There's been a lot of stuff, some of it good, some of it bad. Okay, first up, we've got Warner Brothers has officially announced Matt Reeves as the director of The Batman. So we sort of knew he was going to do it, but then remember how they said that there was some fiery heads or something and then he walked out? But now he's back and he's definitely directing it.
Okay, so I'm not too sure about him. I don't think I've seen any of his movies.
He did Planet of the Apes, the new Planet of the Apes.
Oh, I remember you telling me about that, yeah.
Have you seen the new Apes?
No.
Finn, you need to see him. See him before War of the Planet of the Apes. They're pretty good.
Yeah, okay then.
You like Andy Serkis, right? He's
Serkis.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next up, another piece of sort of Batman news. So, Chris McKay, he is currently, directed the Lego Batman movie. He is in talks to direct a live-action Nightwing movie.
Nightwing, okay.
Yeah.
Nightwing's pretty cool, and it'll be different to see something other than like Batman and Superman and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, me too. And I think this director's a good choice because maybe a bit more of a light-hearted comedic tone. Because with Nightwing, you don't need as much of the dark, gritty Batman tone. It can be a bit more upbeat.
Nightwing, the potential, the major plot hole at the moment is in the DCEU. There's no Robin. Oh, actually, there is Robin, isn't there? But he's dead.
You can always just say this Batman's been going for 20 years. You know, that's his.
Yeah.
The dead one's his second Robin.
Yeah. So
Yeah, well, this guy's already technically directed a Nightwing because he did Dick Grayson Robin in the Lego Batman movie.
That might be pretty cool to see.
Yeah. So what's your first bit of news?
Oh, well, so we've had... Well, this is one of the ones you just gave me. I don't know anything about it, but we've had our first looks at Kurt Russell's Ego the Living Planet from Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Okay, so we know Ego the Living Planet. He's a massive planet in the comics. Yeah, well, they gave a first look at him, how he's going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And they gave a look at him in human form, and just sort of imagine a bearded Kurt Russell wearing sort of like a Lord of the Rings sort of outfit.
Wait, was he in the trailer?
Yes, he was in the newest trailer for like a second.
Oh, and he walks out and he says to Star-Lord, "I am your father," basically.
Yeah.
Oh, that was him. Oh, yeah. Got it. Oh, that's him. He sort of seems like a bit of a hobo type thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he does look pretty cool, but if they don't make Ego the Living Planet be in living planet form in the movie, I'll be really disappointed.
That might just be like a sort of avatar for the planet.
Yeah. I guess.
That's the avatar and there's an actual celestial body somewhere.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Maybe, yeah.
I want them to do the living planet, like get into the crazy side of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Okay, so next up, David Ayer, he directed Suicide Squad, and he has been put in charge of directing Gotham City Sirens, okay?
Yeah.
He has been teasing the Black Mask as the villain of Gotham City Sirens.
Black Mask.
Yep.
He's one of those underground kingpin type things in Gotham, isn't he?
Yeah, he's sort of like he's like the kingpin of Gotham. He has just the black skull. He looks like a sort of black skull, red skull of
the
Gotham.
Mob boss.
He does all the mob sort of things. He's a bit of a Batman villain. I'm pretty sure he was the main villain of Arkham Origins.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It looks like almost identical to Red Skull, except it's black. Yeah,
exactly. So, I think he would be a good villain for the movie. Like, I think he's an interesting sort of kingpin type villain, as long as they make him relatable.
I haven't really seen much of him. I've seen him like here and there in comics and everything, but I haven't really seen much like content based around him and everything. So it might be interesting to have like him as the main villain or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your next bit of news, Finn?
Well, Channing Tatum is still sort of... He's committed to doing a Gambit movie.
Oh, Channing Tatum and the Gambit movie. That movie has just been... Wasn't it supposed to come out October last year?
I think Gambit is a cool guy, and I like the premise of Gambit and stuff. Channing Tatum, though, and... Nah, probably not, actually.
Is the movie really going to happen? Like, they said it was going to happen last year, and then they said it was going to happen this year. It doesn't have a director, a script. It's just going to end up being another fan force stick.
Yeah, I think so. I think probably fall on its face, but a Gambit movie would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but I just don't have hopes for this one. Like, if you want to make a Gambit movie, this idea has obviously failed. Just scrap it, start again, start from scratch. Say we're going to release it in 3 years or so, but don't continue to try and, like, lift up what seems like a dead horse.
Like, I go back to before, a Gambit movie would be really cool, and if they could tie it in with, like, Logan or something, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I agree it'll be good. It'd be cool, but I'm just worried that it would be bad.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And they'd
Yeah.
rush it, and it'd be awful.
Yeah, it'd just be another sort of just mess of a movie. Okay, so next up, there was a bit of Justice League test footage released of Aquaman in the ocean. So he swims up to his throne. And have you seen this test footage, Finn?
I think I've seen it. It's like he's swimming around and stuff.
Exactly, he's just sort of swimming around. He looks a bit dolphin-like. And
Yeah.
I have to admit, I actually really like this sort of look. Like, I'm really looking forward to seeing Atlantis in Justice League and seeing how they do it.
I think it would be cool, and I mean, I'm actually really interested to see that sort of how they would film that type stuff. Would they do it would they do it actually underwater, or would they do it like with a filter, or I don't know, we'll see.
I think this one is done with a green screen because he did it behind the scenes, so it's sort of just on a green screen and then they put the water on top of it. But I know that in BVS it was actually filmed underwater, so they actually filmed Jason Momoa underwater as Aquaman to give a bit of realism.
Like with the hair and stuff.
Yeah, but apparently now all they're doing is just doing it on green screen, and I think that doing the whole movie underwater, especially when you want the characters to speak, is a bad idea. So
Yeah, I see. I was thinking about like the authenticity, like with the hair moving and everything. Have to admit though, doing it all underwater, it would be very costly and very inefficient.
Well, the hair is CGI, Finn. The only thing that's real is Jason Momoa. His hair and the water is not real.
Yeah, I know. But in the actual Aquaman one, the hair would be real, wouldn't it? In the BVS one.
No, the hair's not real either. They pull
real?
they pull his hair back and then they actually spend time CGIing his hair.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, the one in BVS looks pretty real.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you learn something every day.
Yeah, the more you know. Okay, next up, Finn, what's your bit of news?
Well, so Avengers Infinity War and Avengers 4 have released their budget.
Okay.
And they have a combined budget of $1 billion.
$1 billion. That is $500 million each, and that's a ridiculous amount of money.
The amount of stuff you could do with that amount of money is crazy.
That is a lot of money. Apparently the most expensive movie ever made, I was looking this up, was Pirates of the Caribbean. I think it was the third Pirates of the Caribbean, which had $374 million as a budget. But $500 million. Like, I guess you're paying Robert Downey Jr. and all those people to come back, but still, that's a lot of money.
That's crazy. Oh, gee. I'm still trying to get my head around it. And you said that the biggest movie before was Pirates of the Caribbean 3, and that was like 300 million.
374, so almost 400.
Almost 400, so it's almost 100 million more, gee.
Yeah, like, they made Logan for 94 million, and I think they made the last Avengers for 250 million, so they're doubling the budget. That is just a ridiculous amount of money. I can't even believe that they're doing that. They're gonna make money back. They're probably gonna cross $1 billion on both of the movies. Like, let's be real. But still, that means that you're only doubling your profit.
Yeah, but they probably want to make it as good as they can be and, like, be one of those good movies that people would come back to in the future.
Yeah, but I don't think you need 500 million to make an amazing movie.
We'll see what happens.
Force Awakens, that's 250 million just to make The Force Awakens, and they're doubling that to make Avengers.
Yeah,
Just a lot of money,
It's a crap ton of money.
That is, yeah. You could do a lot of stuff for that amount of money.
Yep.
Okay, next up, I've got Inhuman set photos reveal our first look at Black Bolt, Lockjaw, and Crystal.
Okay. I haven't seen these, so what is thoughts on them, sort of?
Okay, Black Bolt looks a bit like a 2000s X-Men, so he has a bit of the, the leather costume, but he has a bit of silver highlights, but he doesn't have the mask, at least not in this photo. He doesn't have the mask on. So maybe he doesn't have a mask, but I'll be a bit disappointed because that mask is very iconic to Black Bolt.
I think it is. Does he have the tuning fork on his head thing?
Yeah. And then we get our first look at... Yeah, no, there is no tuning fork. There's no tuning fork.
What? Oh, no, real?
Yeah, there's no mask. He's just got, just an open head, and there's no tuning fork on top of his head.
Oh, no tuning fork.
Yeah, that's a bummer. The tuning fork is iconic to Black Bolt.
Does Lockjaw have one?
Okay, all we see of Lockjaw is you just basically see a big blue a big blue dog mold, and it's covered by a sheet. So we don't get any look at the tuning fork, but Lockjaw looks really good. He looks massive.
He is massive in the comics and stuff, so...
Yeah, and then you get your first look at Crystal, and she just looks like Crystal from the comics, so that's pretty comic accurate.
That's pretty good, then.
I hope Inhumans is a good show.
I think it should be pretty good, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah. So what's next for you? Do you have any more news?
I think I have one more piece of news. DC, as in Detective Comics, the DC thing, they're open to making an R-rated movie. I think sort of after what's going to be the success of Logan and everything, they're going to sort of look to be open to making an R-rated movie. Yeah. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be cool, but I think that they shouldn't say we're making an R-rated movie for the point of making an R-rated movie. They should make a movie and then figure out along the way that it should be R-rated.
If it fits with the theme of... I think, because DC comics are actually darker and gloomier than lots of Marvel comics, so I think they would have the premise for an R-rated movie.
Yes, some of their characters would fit more. I can see, I know that they have a Lobo movie they want to make. I can see that being R. If they did a Justice League Dark movie, I could see that being R. But if they just did a Superman R-rated movie, that doesn't make any sense.
It sort of ruins the point a bit. I mean, Superman, he fights in the day and everything, so...
Yeah, he's not really a R-rated character, so I hope that they don't make a R-rated movie for the point of it being an R-rated movie. But it could be really good.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, next up we have Simon Kinberg is set to direct the next X-Men movie, X-Men Supernova. He's going to write the movie and direct it.
Oh, okay. Is there any sort of hints about the plot and everything of this one, or...?
Yes. It's most likely going to be a Dark Phoenix saga. They're going to try and redo the Dark Phoenix saga good. So this could be really good. I like the new Jean Grey, and I think that if they redid the Phoenix saga again, they could do it really, really well. But my one problem is I don't want it to be another same X-Men movie. And Simon Kinberg has been on there since the start, I think they should maybe try and swap it up, give a new director.
Did Simon Kinberg do the original 3?
Simon Kinberg has never actually directed an X-Men film, but he's been the writer on most of them. So he's wrote all the way from X-Men First Class to now, and he's also wrote a bit of Fantastic Four, X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men Days of Future Past, all those movies.
Wait, when you say from Days of Future Past to now, do you mean chronologically, or...?
I mean, he's written from X-Men First Class now, release. He's written X-Men First Class. So
the movies made after X-Men First Class.
Yeah, he's written since then.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were saying, he's worked on, all of them. I was like, oh, gee.
Oh, no. He's worked on most of them, though. First Class was, a fair while away. He would have worked on First Class, The Wolverine, Logan, Deadpool, X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I do think that the Dark Phoenix saga could be a really good story that they could tell, and I'm willing to give Simon Kinberg a go. I think that he is a pretty good screenwriter most of the time, and I'm willing to give him a go as a director.
I think that after they they pretty much ruined Phoenix in the first 3, in my opinion. So I think that the only way they could go from rebooting her is upwards, and that'd be cool.
Cool. Do you have any more news, Finn, or are you done?
I'm fresh out.
Okay, well, I've got another piece of news. Actually, I've got heaps of more pieces of news. Thor Ragnarok. We got some images released, and we got our first look at Thor. We got our first look at Bruce Banner, and we got our first look at the Grandmaster. Have you seen these?
I've briefly seen them, I think. Doesn't Thor have, no hair anymore?
Yeah, he has, short hair. And we also see Banner, he just looks like just Banner. And Thor has a bit of blood across his face. And then we see Jeff Goldblum as the Grandmaster. And Finn, have you seen the Grandmaster from Thor Ragnarok yet? Have you seen that photo?
I haven't seen the Grandmaster yet.
Okay, Finn, search it up. I don't want to spoil it, but that costume is weird, wacky, and a bit amazing.
Oh, that guy. Oh, jeez.
He looks crazy.
He's crazy, bro. He's, mental.
He's got that silver piece across his chin.
What is, like a piece of makeup? It's like he's like the Collector, crazy.
It just... For me, what it looks like Jeff Goldblum got invited to some dress-up party in the 80s, and then he just sort of got
70s, to be honest.
Okay, so a bit of he went to a dress-up party in the 70s, and then he just got lost, and he's only re-emerged 50 years later.
That's a very apt description, and oh man, it's if you haven't seen it, picture the Collector from Guardians of the Galaxy, and just whack him up.
Yeah. Okay.
Add
turn
more
up
colour and weirder.
Turn up the saturation, add a bit of a silver piece to his chin, and then you've got the Grandmaster. This character looks really, really crazy, but I'm really excited to see him on screen.
Same. I think Jeff Goldblum is pretty good at. I haven't seen any of his movies, I don't think. But
have you seen Independence Day?
No.
Oh, okay. Have you seen Jurassic Park?
Oh, he was in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Okay. I am really excited for Thor Ragnarok. Should be good. Let's get on to the next piece of news. But next up, X-Men TV drama has been given a name. It's called Gifted. That's all we have. They're making a new X-Men TV show. It's going to be a drama. It's called Gifted.
Drama? Really?
Yeah, I'm not really sure about this. I haven't really heard much about it apart from it's called Gifted. We'll just have to wait and see. Wait till there's a trailer. Nothing else here.
Not
really.
Crazy hyped about that if it's a drama.
Yeah, hopefully it's good, but Legion's been good, so I've got high hopes, but it's hard to live up to Legion. That's just been amazing so far. Okay, next up, Kingsman director Matthew Vaughn is in talks and he's being eyed for Man of Steel 2.
Ooh, I really like Kingsman.
I hope he gets this. I hope that he gets to do this because I really want a good Man of Steel movie. I think that if they capture the Man of Steel perfectly, this could be just amazing. And I think Matthew Vaughn could do that.
Give him a shot. I mean, the first Man of Steel was pretty average, but
I think that the Man of Steel had a couple good redeeming qualities. And I think that it's a good movie overall. It's not amazing. It's not bad. It's just, it just exists. But I think Man of Steel 2 could be really good. Okay, next up, Chris Evans is probably going to leave the MCU after Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah, this is an absolute bummer.
He's been so good so far, but he's going to leave. What I think is going to happen in universe, I think that he's going to die at the hands of Thanos, his shield was broken in the comics, and then Winter Soldier or Falcon is going to pick it up.
I hope Bucky picks it up.
Yeah.
But it could happen, and I mean that'd be pretty cool. Cool plot point, paves the way for new movies and new plot points and new villains, and yeah.
Yeah. So his contract runs out after Avengers Infinity War, so he's probably going to leave. But he might not, but he probably is. Okay, next up, James Gunn says that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will happen for sure, but he may not direct.
Oh, well, still hyped about Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, when would that be set?
I don't know. It's a bit preemptive, though, talking about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when Guardians of the Galaxy 2 hasn't even come out.
Well, I think I'll have to see about Guardians of the Galaxy 2 before I make a judgment about this, but from what I've seen from first Guardians of the Galaxy, I really want to see another one.
Yeah, me too. I think that Guardians of the Galaxy 2, it's going to be amazing. Let's be real. It's not going to suck. It's going to be amazing. And I do think that James Gunn probably he wants to move on. You know, he wants to do other things, and I get that.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, stuck in the same sort of saga as a director. I mean, it can get a bit tedious and...
Yeah. Unless you're James Cameron and you want to do 5 Avatar movies and write them back to back and film them back to back.
Milking the cash cow.
Oh yeah, James Cameron with Avatar. But next up, another piece of news, Aquaman 2 has been pushed back 2 months from October 5th, 2018 to December 21st, 2018.
I think, I've saw this before. I've seen this. I mean, it's a bit of a bummer. Like, I mean, it's like almost on top of my birthday when it was going to come out. But no, I think that if it gives them more time to make a better movie, then it should be okay.
Yeah, I think I know what happened here. Okay, I think there's 2 things why. I know why they changed it. So December 2018. Currently, there's no Star Wars movie coming out then. Han Solo is set to come out in May 2018.
Oh, okay.
So, unless Disney decides to move it back to December, which is likely because Avengers Infinity War is also coming out in May, and it's a bit stupid to have your 2 biggest movies coming out together. So Han Solo may be moved back, and if it does, then Aquaman is probably in a bit of trouble. But if it stays, I think Aquaman could dominate that season. But I also think that it moved back because next piece of news, segue, there's a Venom movie. A Venom movie is going to be released on October 5th, 2018. The script is being written by Scott Rosenberg. He's doing the Jamami reboots. It's also written by Jeff Pinker, who worked on Amazing Spider-Man 2. And a past version of the script was written by Dan Hopper, who did Alien Covenant.
Oh, Alien Covenant, okay. Venom, really?
Yeah.
Milking that Spider-Man cash cow a bit.
Yeah, but let's say what a good segue I did there. Next, next Venom. This movie, like they said that, I'm not sure if it's going to be in the MCU. Like Marvel hasn't acknowledged it yet, so is it even going to be in the MCU? And
I sort of hope not. I mean, could you really do a thing around Venom?
Yeah, and why bring back the guy who wrote a bit of Amazing Spider-Man 2? Like, he just ruins your last franchise. Why bring him back?
Please don't.
It's so, why, Sony? Why do you want a Venom movie? Just be happy with Spider-Man Homecoming. Like, don't ruin a Spider-Man Homecoming. It looks good. Please, don't make a Venom movie. Like, no one wants this. No one's asking for a Venom movie.
No one's asking. Yeah, precisely. Spider-Man Homecoming. Great. Don't over milk the cash cow.
Yes. Do not make Venom. That's all we want. Next up, WB, so Warner Brothers, they have, you know how there was that Flash trouble, and Flash is probably not going to be released in 2018?
Yeah.
And
like
you know
the movie?
how there's the director trouble, and the Batman, it's also a director trouble. It's probably not going to be released in 2018 either. So now they just have a big open slot from all the way from January to December. So November 2017 to December 2018. Well, they want to fill that with a movie.
Aquaman.
Yeah, and they want to fill that with a movie. And there's 5 movies that they're looking to try and fill that slot with. Gotham City Sirens, or The Flash, Green Lantern Corps, Suicide Squad 2, or Dark Universe. And a bit of news on one of these, David Goyer, who did the Blade Trinity, may direct Green Lantern Corps.
I think Green Lantern Corps would be fun.
Yeah, I want them to do Green Lantern.
I'm a big fan of those comics, so yeah. I think I'm pretty hyped for Green Lantern Corps. Gotham City Sirens would be pretty good too. Not too hyped about Suicide Squad 2, and Dark Universe don't really have an opinion about that yet.
What about The Flash?
Flash, I think that I'm a bit sick of The Flash. I think with like the TV show going on at the moment.
Yeah.
I think I watched the first season, I was like, yeah, this is great. It comes to the second season, exactly the same. Oh, basically exactly the same. I was just it's on to the third season now. I was just bored out of my mind about it.
Yeah, so I want Green Lantern Corps. I think that's their best option. It's been years since the last Green Lantern. That was in 2011.
And you can only go up from there.
Yeah. You have to.
The other Green Lantern was crap.
Yeah, I really want Green Lantern Corps. And I think that as they're releasing news about a director, probably going to be Green Lantern Corps, that could be just really good. Gotham City Sirens, It'll probably be good. I hope so. The Flash, I would be looking forward to. I think that this iteration of The Flash looks pretty good from what we've seen. Green Lantern Corps want that. Suicide Squad 2, don't make a sequel to Suicide Squad. Like, then it'd be Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Justice League, Suicide Squad 2. Like, that just doesn't make sense, you know?
And I wasn't too hyped about Suicide Squad either.
Yeah, it makes no sense having Suicide Squad get 2 movies before Justice League gets 2 movies, or even Superman gets 2 movies. That just doesn't make sense.
I fully understand. I mean, it was a big money grab for DC, but I mean, it's no. I think you've got other bigger franchises that need a movie before you can make another movie of Suicide Squad.
I agree. And Dark Universe, I think it's a bit confusing for moviegoers having Justice League and then straight after Justice League having basically Justice League Dark. You know, like, that's confusing.
Is that what Justice League Dark is? Dark Universe, is it?
Yeah, Dark Universe is Justice League Dark.
Oh, okay. But it's not really related to Justice League, is it? Justice League Dark. It's like more mystic.
Yeah, but a normal moviegoer doesn't know that. You know, like, a normal moviegoer, a bunch of moviegoers thought Rogue One was a sequel to The Force Awakens. You know, they're going to be really confused if they see Dark Universe right after Justice League.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't think most people are going to be that dumb.
Oh, but there's going to be people out there, and, you know, the studios want to cater for everyone to make the most money.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we've got my final piece of news before we get into just some trailers that we saw.
Oh, gee.
And, Matrix. Finn, you like The Matrix, right? It's one of your favourite movies.
Up there.
Lucky you, Finn, because The Matrix is getting a prequel. Most likely it's getting a prequel starring Michael B. Jordan. It's going to be a Morpheus origin story.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, Michael B. Jordan, I like the actor, but Matrix prequel,
nah.
Don't do it. Matrix it's a really good movie. It doesn't need anything else. Just keep it how it is.
I think, to be honest, if they, I think if you just watch the first Matrix movie and then, forget about it, I mean, it's a great movie by itself, and then just ruins it afterwards, but, I mean, it doesn't need a prequel. Just as it doesn't need sequels, it doesn't need a prequel.
Yeah, I agree.
As much as I love Michael B. Jordan, nah.
Yeah, I agree. So that's it for our news. Now we're just going to talk about some trailers. We'll just list them off. Most of these are just footage we've already seen, so we'll just talk about them quickly. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Let's talk about this trailer.
Yay! Really good.
It's really good. Like, we talked about it in the last trailer. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is probably going to be really good. The trailer, we don't see much new footage.
It's more of the same, basically. We see Ego, as we've talked about before.
And we see Alicia, I'm pretty sure, who's the main villain.
We see that golden woman.
Yeah, she's Alicia, apparently.
Yeah, so we see a little bit more of her, but it's more most of the same. I mean, we just get a little bit more footage from the fight with the big squiggly monster thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, it looks really good. Really hyped for it.
Yeah, me too. I think they're expanding on the Guardians of the Galaxy team. Should be a good movie. Really hyped for this. Not really much more to say. More of the same. I'm gonna give this trailer A+.
A+.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Next up, we've got Wonder Woman trailer 3, and I actually really like this trailer. I am looking forward to Wonder Woman. I think that it could be a really good movie. Now Jeff Jones is behind the helm, all of the stuff with this movie, there hasn't been any sort of bad stuff going on behind the scenes. It seems to all be going pretty well, and I really like this trailer. You see a bit of young Diana. You don't see the villain. I think the villain's that Colonel guy, but you don't really know anything about the villain too much. So I'm really hyped for this.
I'm really hyped for it too. It looks crazy good, and just that more fighting scenes, and we got a bit more of Themyscira, and yeah,
that was amazing.
Really
it was amazing, don't you think, when the person had her over the head with the sword, and she got her 2 bracelets and just blocked it, and there was that massive blast. That was just so cool.
It's really cool, and that some of that fighting and the choreography was pretty top notch.
Yeah, I am looking forward to Wonder Woman a lot. I really hope that it'll be a DC movie that the critics like, fans like. I just want this movie to be good. I'm gonna give this trailer...
I'm praying this movie's good.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna give this trailer an A.
A.
Yep. Next up, we have not really a trailer. It's more of a teaser. It's the Deadpool 2 teaser, No Good Deed. It was played before Logan in American cinemas, and this trailer... You don't get any story. You just see Deadpool, and there's a guy being mugged, and Deadpool changes into his costume. They play the original Superman theme.
In like the phone box, and the guy gets shot before he gets changed, and
yeah.
Oh, it's great. Deadpool 2 in my mind doesn't really need a teaser or anything. It's just good to know that for some people who are not on top of the news and stuff, that there is another one coming, and look out for it, basically.
The marketing team for Deadpool is amazing. Like, that was one of the best marketing campaigns of all time. I think they can do just as good with Deadpool 2. And I liked this. It was funny. It had a nice amount of humor. It played on some parodies. It was really good. I really hope all of Deadpool 2's like this. Like, this was amazing.
It was great. I think I was watching it. I was just cracking up.
Yeah.
I hope it's even better than Deadpool 1, which was pretty good.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to give this trailer, I'm going to say it's my favourite out of the bunch, and I'm going to give it an A+.
I think it's better than the GOTT 2 trailer. So yeah, A+ as well. But like on a bit higher than A+ for they gave for the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, okay. That's it for our news. That was a mammoth news segment. So much news. Now we're on to our famous segments. This week in comics, we'll chat what we've been reading / watching this week. And I have read one thing, and I've watched two things, but first we'll let Finn go. Finn, have you read / watched anything? It's okay if you haven't. It's cool.
I have been. I watched it just for... No, I haven't watched it just for you. I was interested. So I saw Iron Fist came out. And
how many episodes have you seen?
3 or 4.
Okay. Go on.
And I think it's a bit slow to get going. It's pretty cool. Some of the action stuff is really good, and some of the choreography and the ninja skills and stuff is pretty good. We still don't know fully what happened to Danny Rand, and like it's still coming in trickles. But the main premise is he's come back after 15 years of being away, and he's sort of getting back into life and reconnecting with some old friends and old enemies and stuff, and I think we get a small look at two of the main villains. I think there's some parallels between the Hand in Daredevil.
Okay.
Coming back into it.
They're the villains of the Defenders. The Hand.
Yeah. So it's like he's the immortal Iron Fist, and he's the only one with the power to stop the Hand and stuff. So
has he thrown any Iron Fists?
Yes, he has, but I won't ruin it too much, but there's like something, because you know how he like focuses his chi and stuff.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that he's like psychological trauma and stuff that's not allowing him to focus his chi that much. Okay.
Is it as bad as the critics say? That's my question.
It's better than I thought, actually. I saw the critics and I was like, oh god. It's better than I thought, but like I said, it's a bit slow, and I hope that the ending gets better, like in the episodes that build up towards episode 13 it get better. Yeah,
hopefully. I haven't seen it. I'll probably see the first, at least the first episode by next week, next time's podcast, but I'm looking forward to it, but I was pretty cautious after the critics said it was just so bad.
Just one quick thing also about it, the intro, you know how Marvel, they do like an animated intro?
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as good as Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, or Daredevil.
What's your favourite intro out of all of those? I think mine's Luke Cage. I love the beat.
I love either Daredevil, like with the dripping city and stuff, and also Daredevil. Daredevil's good. Jessica Jones, it wasn't. It's like that it's like her walking and shattering glass and stuff. It's not my favourite, to be honest, but I think it's better than the Iron Fist.
Okay.
The Iron Fist, it's like this guy that's doing like this ninja moves, and there's like this dark liquid coming off his feet and hands, and so it's a bit weird.
Oh. Okay. Their intros are normally really good. I think Jessica Jones won some award for her music during the intro.
Oh, the Jessica Jones music was good. Oh, the Iron Fist music isn't that good either. I think it's a very generic sort of thing. You know how Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage all have that distinctive sort of music? Yeah. Iron Fist is like a generic type music. Just like a generic superhero sort of like action music. Yeah,
I see what you mean. Okay, then if that's it for Finn's quick Iron Fist quick thoughts, I'll go into my my stuff. I saw Logan, and if you want to hear my thoughts on that, just watch my review. Like, I'm not gonna reiterate my spoiler free thoughts on that yet. So just watch my review, and we'll probably do a spoiler heavy podcast maybe once Finn sees it.
That might not be for a while. I'm not actually legally allowed to see it where I am in New Zealand until it comes out on DVD. So.
Oh, bummer. So maybe we won't. We probably won't do a spoiler podcast then, guys. So just if you want to get your Logan fix, just watch my spoiler-free review.
Oh, I might have when it comes out on DVD and stuff. I'll probably get it, but I'll definitely watch it. But
yeah,
I won't be able to watch it until then.
Okay, so we probably won't do a spoiler-heavy podcast, guys, but we'll probably just have a sort of like this sort of thing, this week in comics thoughts Finn will give on Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so so I saw Logan. I love that. I've been watching more Legion. I talked about that last time. That show's amazing. Get on it, Finn. Just more of the same. Great mystery. Great acting. One of the best show on TV right now. I love it. Last piece. Before I saw Logan, I read Old Man Logan. Have you read that, Finn?
Yes, I have, actually.
What'd you think? I really liked the comic.
Old Man Logan, yeah. So there's two different sort of series. There's Logan, and then there's Old Man Logan. So there's Logan where he's going across the country with like this box with Hawkeye. Then there's Old Man Logan, which I haven't fully read. I've read the first couple of issues, which is, personally, I prefer Logan to Old Man Logan. But they're both really good. Like, the artwork and stuff is crazy. And, I mean, in Old Man Logan, he's just, like, beating up Captain America. And he's like, oh, it's great. It's great.
Yeah. I think that, you're right. Logan, it's really good. I think that the story has a bit of heart. And at the end, you see Wolverine just slash up the Hulk gang. Really, really good. If I was going to give Logan, like, a comic, or score, I'd give it a B+.
B, I think, from me.
Okay then, guys, that brings us to the end of this week in comics, and that means we're at the end of the Super Gurus. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and please tune back in 2 weeks' time for the next episode of the Super Gurus. Remember to subscribe to the channel, comment below, and also drop this video a like and share it with your friends. All that stuff helps us out. Okay then, guys, see you next week. Legoinator out. Bye.
See ya.